Hello, I'm Graham Frost. I'm a professional speaker and trainer based in South Birmingham. The last time I spoke to a live audience was several weeks ago. It seems longer, when I spoke to a group of students in Derbyshire and told them a bit about my life story. And I was thinking to myself, what must it be like to be a young person at the moment who is experiencing this lockdown, which is something that none of us have been prepared for. And so I thought I'd put together a quick video message just to support you as much as I possibly can. And share some of the things that I'm doing to in the hope that it might help you. So this is just from the heart, just giving you a few ideas that might help you to cope with this whole situation a bit better. And I think the first thing that I would say to you is to focus during this time on what you can do rather than focusing on what you can't do. So for example, I focus on the fact that I can go out of my house once a day, go for a long walk. I have a country park near where I live, so I'm very fortunate. But even if you can just get out and walk around the block a couple of times, do that. Go out in the fresh air, get out away from home and just, spend some time in the fresh air, either with your family or on your own. It doesn't matter. I do it on my own because my family are not here. So get out in the fresh air. I would say another thing that I would find really helpful is to read. And I remember I had a very restrictive upbringing and I had to go to church a lot and things like that. And I used to find escape in books and I used to read an awful lot and I still do. I can still lose myself in a book for several hours. So I would advise you to pick up a book and read it. Especially fiction or read biographies. Read biographies of people that you're interested in. If you have books around the house, please do read them. Another thing that I would recommend that you do, which I've found very helpful in the past when I felt a bit down, is to help somebody who's actually worse off than you are. You might have an elderly relative who lives nearby or an elderly somebody else. There might be somebody in your circle of friends who isn't coping very well. Have a chat with them, Don't be a stranger. I think another thing that you might want to do also is, most of our goals are on hold at the moment. We don't really know what's coming as a result of this. Hopefully, it'll be a better world, but we don't know what's in front of us. There's a lot of uncertainty, but you can still have goals to move forward. And I'm in something called a mastermind group with some people who are in the same kind of business as me, and I find that really useful, talking to them or talking to members of that group once, twice, 3 times a week to keep ourselves on track so that we don't go off track. So you might have some colleagues from school who you're friends with. Why not have a chat about what you're doing and how you're moving forward once or twice a week by phone or video call? And another thing you might want to do if you haven't done it already is to join LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is somewhere where eventually, you'll be looking for a job, possibly, and it's a good place to start looking. So create yourself a LinkedIn profile, and if you're on there, look for me. My name's Graham Frost. You'll find me. There's about 14 Graham Frosts on LinkedIn, so you have to go through the list. But I'm there, and you can see what I look like now. So I have a picture on there. Do feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn if you think that's appropriate. So, just to wind up. Focus on what you can do, not what you can't do. Get out in the fresh air if you possibly can every day. Read avidly. Help somebody who's less fortunate than yourself. And if you can, get together with some friends and start a mastermind group. I look forward to speaking to you again soon, and stay safe and take care.